It's casual, not formal. It's hosted by Rory, Penland, and Renee in tow. It's time to start the show. 1, 2, 3, go!
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to, and I should say good day for the people on the West Coast. Welcome to another episode of It's Casual. We have got a great show lined up, but let's first bring up Renee Yaworsky.
Hello. Yes, we have a wonderful show. This is going to be awesome. I mean, we have the Bubble Wizard here, and we have Vic Burgess here. It's like the perfect time, too, because the KMH Fest is coming up, so... there's just so much to talk about. I feel like this is going to be a very full show.
I think so too. And performances. I've told them to be ready to perform on command.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of entertainment. So people need to, if you want to be entertained, get your popcorn, get ready. It's going to be really cool.
Original songs and bubbles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you can't get any better than that. I wish we could do them both at the same time.
Wonderful.
I wish we could just do them both at the same time. That would be so cool. And we do have a video for fans of a certain musician.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to play it now. I think it would be really cool to play it.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Hey, how y'all doing? This here is Jelly Cake Megan. The writer of the Corn Dog Blues.
I love that song.
That's my only big hit. But I got lots of other interesting songs. Anyway, I'm sending a message through It's Casual here. I'm still looking for a backup band. And I want to get out there. Now that all the mask mandates have been, they got rid of them, I want to get out there and start singing again. So, if you're looking for somebody to front your band, I'm your man. I want to get out there and want to start singing again, you know what I'm saying? So you all keep it real. Love you, much love to you, and I hope everything's groovy in your house, you know what I'm saying? Love you. Take care. Thank you.
Wait, he's such a star, isn't he? He's just amazing. I could watch him all day.
Now, it's funny that somebody said in the credits they would like to see him and Mudcat together.
That would be so cool.
Because next week on It's Casual, we are going to do an hour of Mudcat.
Can you believe it? I've been wanting that for so long. I mean, he is such a legend. He recorded with Taj Mahal. I mean, he's just one of the top names in blues. It's incredible. And he wears the shades, and he looks the part, and he talks the part, and he's such a nice guy. Everybody loves him. Yes. He's just such a nice person, too. He's so humble and sweet. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun show too. For the viewers to understand, after this month, August, starting in September, we're going to take a break for a few months. It's Casual is going to go off the air for the last part of the year, so we can kind of regroup, and we're going to be doing 2 General Howitzers every week. So
6 p.m., 6 p.m. So Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all are booked.
That starts next month.
You know where you're going to be. That's going to start next month. Yeah, 2 howitzers.
Next month, we're going to get a double dose of Howitzer and Hazard. Tuesday, Thursday at 6 p.m., 6 p.m. That was something I wanted to talk to you about, if you were okay with that.
Yeah, no, you did. You okayed it. No, you already okayed it with me. And it's really cool. And the main reason why was you said you wanted to get the count up, right? You wanted it to be more even.
Well, again, yeah, we have over 50 shows. I like close to 60 shows of It's Casual, and we have 21 shows on General Howitzer. So yeah, I just kind of worked out the math, and it'll get them really close. We'll have like 56, 58 shows on each if I do it that way at the end of the year. So
that's so cool.
I just thought that would be a way for Howitzer to catch up, and I've been just itching to do more Howitzer.
I know you are, and And the thing is I'm going to geek out because, of course, this Thursday we're doing Drum roll, please. I mean, this is a personal favorite of mine. Man with Two Heads. Y'all gotta watch it in advance. Everybody.
The Thing with Two Heads. They don't even call him a man. They call him a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And
it's Rosie Greer.
Rosie Greer.
An Academy Award winner, Ray Milland.
Rosie Greer was there when RFK was assassinated. I mean, he's like this amazing, and he knitted. He used to knit. He had a book of knitting. And Dennis Tardon is going to be our expert because he's the one that introduced me to this movie. I was shocked that this movie.
He knows a lot about this film, so
he loves this film, and it's going to be so fun.
And that's why Ruby Ray is coming on at the end of the month. Ruby Ray will be coming on because she is a huge Creepshow fan. She knows everything about the movie. She's seen it a zillion times. So yeah. So again, if you have a favorite horror movie that you know a lot about,
let us
contact
know.
me.
And here's the thing. So Joe wants to know, I have to figure out how to watch the movies that Howitzer is reviewing. So how can they watch The Thing with Two Heads in advance?
Well, The Thing with Two Heads is one of the training films that you can actually watch on YouTube. There's a link there. I posted it in the General Howitzer briefing room in that little area. Again, we have like 163 followers now there, which I'm really happy about. And again, if you want to know what's going on with Howitzer, definitely get in that room and become a fan. And again, we give you a chance to win stickers and stuff. I've given out 2 hats this week.
Ilana won one, which is so exciting. I love those hats; are super quality. So
so we have they're nice.
They're very nice. No, they look good.
China,
Come on now.
They're nice.
Be more positive.
they're very stylish.
They're very stylish. Okay, here's the thing. We're already 7 minutes in. Who do we want to bring up first? We got the Bubble Wizard and we got musician Vic Burgess. What do we do?
Oh, I thought we were going to bring him Vic up first. We should have probably asked him. Do you want to bring them both up? And then we'll ask them.
He's even making bubbles in the green room, and I can see them right now. It's so fun. Okay. So are we going to bring up Vic Burgess?
Do a coin toss?
I don't know what you should ask them. I don't know. Hey,
usually we ask our guests beforehand.
They're both. Bubble Wizard is going like this, meaning he doesn't care. Vic, do you care either way? Okay. Bubble Wizard says he wants to go first.
Okay.
Is that right? Okay. Is Vic okay with that? Yeah, Vic is saying okay. All right. Bubble Wizard is. Here he comes. Woo.
Galen Onstadic.
All right, Galen Onstadic is here.
Did I pronounce that right?
Woo. Making it rain. Pleasure to be here, Rory. How are you doing today?
I'm good, sir. I'm liking the psychedelia going on the shirt and in the background.
Oh man,
you're like a chameleon. And is that related to the bubble thing? I mean, the
bubbles are very psychedelic. Actually, I just found this shirt recently, and that's like kind of the oil slick effect you get when you look at the bubble, and you can see all the spectrum of color.
Some rainbow going on in there, yeah. I've noticed that. My daughter, when I was in China, I bought a bubble gun for my daughter. They sell them at the parks. When you go to the park, there's guys that sell all kinds of toys and stuff on a cart, and the bubble guns, like that one, exactly. That's exactly what we had. Were a big item
I'm
at
packing.
the parks. And my daughter, when she was a baby, she used to giggle, she used to laugh when I'd shoot bubbles in the air. That was just hysterical to her.
I love that. Yeah, bubbles got
somewhere.
Yeah, bubbles got me young as well. One of my earliest memories was my mom would fill a kiddie pool full of bubbles and we just stomp around in it. She called it the bubble stomp. So like she had to remind me of that. So that's like still like somewhere deep in my subconscious. And yeah, it's been a wonderful journey. I've been playing with bubbles professionally for about 13 years. I've dedicated the last 13 years of my life to soap bubble science and the magic of soap bubbles and everything in between.
Did you start when you were like 10?
So I feel like that's why I was first touched by the bubble. And then I think it was when I started going to music festivals. I brought a bubble sword that you squeeze the handle and it opens up, and I got a lot of great reactions from it. And I like to make people smile, and bubbles are a real easy way to do that. And
okay. Now you are a quote bubble wizard unquote.
Yes.
Can you explain to our audience exactly what that is?
Basically, I wizard with bubbles. I love to do bubble magic. I find bubbles to be a highly magical medium that just keeps on giving in so many ways. I haven't gotten tired of bubbles yet, and I still keep discovering new things. So basically, I like to make magic with bubbles.
Can you share an example of some magic with bubbles?
Oh, you don't have to ask me twice.
I'll twist your arm.
I'd like to see that. All right, here we go. I will now make 2 bubbles become 1. Picketus poppitus. Ta-da!
Now, the second bubble that you brought into the first bubble had some smoke going on in it, right?
Yes, this is my magical vapor device where I can put fog inside of a bubble. I call this the upside. Yeah, I call this the upside down volcano. Down under.
All right.
All right. Wait, and wait for it. And now we're gonna go up over.
Ta-da! Wow.
It's like a bubble train. Choo choo.
That's an interesting way to vape.
Yeah, early on.
I've got a vape question in there somewhere later. I'm going to ask you about.
Sure. Yeah, mull that one over. But this is nice. It's all nicotine free. It's made with just vegetable glycerin. A bubble buddy of mine named Dustin Sky, who invented a really cool fire bubble trick. He sold me this rig. He 3D printed all this himself, and now I don't have to inhale vapor or anything, and the whole audience can enjoy it. So.
Oh, you call him your bubble friend. He 3D creates these apparatuses.
Here's an example. He 3D printed this wand, which is specially made for fire tricks, which I'd be happy to demonstrate.
Okay.
All right. Well, he told me it was a 2-parter. So you got the wand, and then you got this nozzle that goes on a can of butane, and you can see there's a 3D printed nozzle. Okay. So I can put pure fire inside of a bubble. All right. And you don't need much. Learned that the hard way in my kitchen. Okay, let's just start there. And he does a whole trick where he makes a vapor board. Oh,
I want to see Renee's reactions to these.
Try that one more time. Okay, here we go.
My reaction is a lot of just shock and awe. That's what it is. Make sure you're looking at the comments because we're getting a lot of comments in here. Someone's asking about cat bubbles.
Here we go.
Are you eating dinner yet?
2, 1.
Oh, wow.
Ta-da!
Impressive. Sweet, yeah. Somebody said.
Thank you.
Add some tie-dye. Yeah, we do have a lot of... Oh my God, I'm having a hard time reading them. They're so small. I'm on my phone. I always.
Dude, you are a badass. I'll take it.
Yes.
That's twice in 1 week.
Somebody did ask about catnip bubbles. Are you aware of catnip bubbles?
I am. I actually have a cat myself. I'm sure he'll wander through the set at some point. He made it on the last episode of No Icing with Drita that I met Rory on.
Yes.
But yeah, catnip bubbles. Mixed results.
You kind of met me.
Yeah, you were possessed by the ghost of John Wayne, and became Wayne Johns, and I'm glad to see you're back. I guess that was just temporary.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy. When did you meet the guy he thinks he's Humphrey Bogart? Anyway,
we're gonna see somebody burn their eyebrows off
live.
Cool. See, that's why I put eye makeup on my eyebrows. Actually, it creates a moisture barrier. Yeah, you put it on real thick.
And I saw it in the pictures, and I thought, oh, that's just a stage makeup thing. But there's really a reason for that. You don't want to burn your eyebrows off.
Yeah, it's functional and fashionable. Plus, I'm a fire performer, so I've been setting myself on fire for years. Quite literally, recently with my new fire foam device. I made a goblet of fire foam where I can make big piles of flammable foam, and as long as your arm is wet, you can light yourself on fire.
Yes, let's discuss that.
Sure.
You like a stuntman. You set yourself on fire for audiences?
I do. I actually just did a fire festival. It's all based on circus arts, juggling, fire spinning. I did a couple bubble workshops, one based on fire bubbles. And for the gala show, which I was so stoked to MC, I did several death-defying acts. My finale being the rise of the Phoenix person, where I put fire foam on both of my arms and my head, and my friend lit the foam at my wrists, which traveled up my arms and lit my head on fire.
And you went Michael Jackson. Oh my goodness!
Right. I wore what they call a balaclava, kind of like one of those like painter's masks, just around here. But yeah, just soak that in water. You just get real wet, and it's just science at that point, which is also magic.
Interesting. Yeah, I always thought that if you were trying to get out of a house that's on fire, that you would probably wet down a blanket, maybe in your bathtub, and put it over you.
Yeah,
and that would just kind of keep the fire off you, I would think.
Yeah, totally.
That would help. The fire coming up from below, maybe not so much, but
really soak it.
So you're doing fire, you're doing bubbles. On your Facebook info, you have a humongous list of things that you are interested in, that you like to do. Anything from crafting and VR world building, which I'd like to ask you about, all the way up to poetry and puppetry. So what is your main passion these days?
Man, bubbles is still right on top. But recently, like through COVID, I've been coalescing my art forms. Always thought my hobbies were a bit sporadic, but realized they can all, feed into each other. So I've been adding my fire performance to my bubbles. I've been adding my love of poetry and freestyle rapping to my bubbles, creating a new genre, bubble rap. So that's been a really great journey for me, is to just like start like mixing things together. Been loving adding the fire and bubbles, because bubbles are so innocent, but like then you kind of surprise people by like setting them on fire. It's great.
Let's set this little bubble on fire, shall we?
Trying to make bubbles badass,
I'm interested in the bubble wrap. Can we get a small example of the bubble wrap, maybe?
Sure. Can you drop a beat, or are we gonna do the same thing as last time? I'm gonna do it on the double, dropping raps about the bubbles. Gonna give my kitty cat some cuddles and some nuzzles. Got that like bubble catnip. I'm on a mad trip. It's like the whole dang world went bad shit. But I'm the dope with the soap. I got it down with the dowels. I'm doing it right now like kapow, kablooey, onomatopoeia. Gonna say see ya, cause I'm on the microphone like I'm verbal diarrhea. Clean it up at the soap. Clean it up with the soap. Clean it up with the soap. I'm the dope with the soap. Ow, ow. Yeah.
Okay, that was impressive. Fanfare.
That was great. You got some beats.
Thank you. I got a little Michael Winslow in me from time to time.
He's my man.
I just saw him from Police Academy. He
really
does all the sounds with his mouth.
Yeah, I mean,
I just saw him like on. I think it was Instagram.
Okay.
Just take a message out for people that he's still around. He lives here in Florida, I know.
Sweet.
Now you come originally from Port Orchard, Washington.
Yeah. I actually moved back into the area right when COVID started. Built a little tiny house. Okay. Yeah.
So you're back there in your hometown now?
Yep. I built a tiny house here. I live on the road a lot. So I decided to, once COVID hit, my mom's health wasn't doing so great. I decided to move home. I never got married or had kids. So just putting that energy back into my family, because got a great relationship with my parents. And not a lot of people are lucky enough to say that these days, like at this age, So I cherish it.
You know, again, in all the other cultures, they treat you to be good to your parents because they were good to you when you were young. They raised you. You know, again, it mystifies me sometimes. If you, can we put them in the home? You know.
Yeah.
And
I
again,
did
most
some
parents don't
retirement
want that.
homework for a bit. So,
So you're a
yeah.
good son.
Yeah.
Taking care of your mom. And your dad too, or just your mom?
My dad is actually in Connecticut working on submarines. So he's on the road a lot. And
it's like every little aspect of your life is so fascinating. It's like, oh, my dad works on submarines. And it's so nonchalant, so matter of fact for you. This is how everybody's life is. I was going to ask you, how does a bubble wizard get work?
I'm kind of learning that as I go. Luckily, I work in an art form that everybody loves, but it is an interesting one to build a business with, because how many bubble performers have you hired in your life? So I just build relationships with people. My friend, my good bubble buddy, Steve Langley from North Carolina, he taught me that it's all about relationships and not just the gig. So this summer, I've been working really hard to just build relationships, plant seeds, and water friendship gardens.
It's the same in comedy. You got to schmooze. If you don't schmooze, you don't get invited back. If you don't sell drinks, you don't get invited back. It's a business. You know, people are trying to make money. So, yeah. And again, you got to be easy to work with, no doubt.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you got to keep the heart,
they're not
man.
going to have you back. So he's right. So, and again, it's very interesting that as you're going along, you're stumbling upon these 3D printed items.
There we go. I couldn't see you. I had to put my bubble goggles on. But as you're saying,
your vape goggles. I know somebody who wears goggles like that. His name is Piranha. Anyway, Dr. Piranha.
there it is.
And again, you sometimes perform with smoke. What do the audiences seem to go for more? I'm guessing the fire, maybe.
Yes.
More
So
dangerous.
I find I like to build up to the fire. It's all about, getting to the crescendo. I like to make like a bubble journey for people. As much as I like performing for big audiences, I like performing for like an intimate audience, and they can really see like my progress through the different tricks, where I just start with regular bubbles, add some vapor, eventually work my way up to fire. And then after that, it's kind of hard to find the next whoa thing, but
not many
always
people
up for
can
the
say.
challenge.
But then I work my way up to fire.
Yeah. People really love the rainbow table. I also do the big bubbles, of course, but I found like a lot of my favorite tricks and most wow moments were just things people never seen before, like with bubble magic. I was really inspired by Tom Noddy, if you're familiar with his work.
He's a bubble wizard?
Yeah, he is like the original vaudeville bubble wizard that got it really started for all the bubblers in the United States. It's a huge art form in like Russia, Asia, and Europe. It's like an accepted magic art, basically. Yeah. So he was on Johnny Carson originally, David Letterman, and he was the first guy to be like kind of like telling jokes and like giving the bubbles like a story and a voice as he's like doing like back in the day he was just using a cigarette. Now he uses a vaporizer device like mine.
Uh-huh. So, what kind of festivals do you find yourself performing in?
All sorts. So a lot of my most passionate ones are in the flow community, the jugglers, the circus folk, the fire performers. I've been really getting into doing like just places where they're doing like DJ, where a DJ is playing and like the party has a theme. Just last night, I got offered, I reached out to a party called the Fluffy Stuff Party, and their whole thing is puppets and just like really weaving in messages of consciousness and consensuality into their puppet shows. And they also have like a big dance party. So I reached out to them. Kareem got back to me right away, and we just had once again, we started building a relationship. We just started talking on the phone. And next thing you know, I'm going to be bubbling at the Fluffy Party this Saturday down in Portland. Yeah.
There you go. You are interested in puppetry. Can you tell us any more about that?
I grew up with the best puppeteer of all time, Jim Henson. Watched all of his movies, all of his shows. I just love puppeteering in general. I think there's Mr. Rogers like really showed me how much therapeutic value there is in puppeteering. I've actually practiced it myself with a couple of my nieces and nephews. I'm their bubble uncle, not by a true relation, but I have this little stuffed dog, and I was just freestyle rapping and teaching her that she didn't need to hit the dog and not use violence, and to practice consent and listen, and like, how would you like to be taught? There's a lot of therapeutic work that can be done with puppets, and I think that's one of my favorite parts of it.
Have any of your puppets done a bubble trick?
I like to make puppets out of my bubbles and like give them a voice. Like I make a talking bubble butt that like I make. Yeah,
I want to see that.
Yeah, I can. I like to do like a.
I think my audience would want to see that right now. After you do a bubble butt that talks.
All right, we'll do a little bubble.
Kind of an Ace Ventura thing.
My man, the man of 1,000 faces. All right, here we go. I'd like to introduce you to the bubble butt. And if you try to touch it with a dry hand without asking, you pop a cheek. But all you got to do is ask before you grasp the ass. Bubble butt, may I touch you? Sure thing, golly gee. No problem. Uh-oh. That wasn't your fault. There we go. A bubble butt plastic surgeon. All right. I asked. And now I can touch it. Look at that. That's all I had to do. That easy, and it wasn't creepy.
Well, yeah, I can see how you're a big hit at all the festivals. There's no doubt. And bubbles are much safer than fire too. but you got to build. You got to build that. You got to build it up. Where can people catch you in the near future?
So nearest of near futures, I'll be down in Portland at the Fluffy Stuff party. It's going to be down over in Southeast Portland. The venue is not coming to my mind, but type in Fluffy Stuff into Facebook and boom. And Sunday, the day after, me and my good friend Lance, who he runs a company called Crispy Clowns, a fire prop company in Portland. The two of us are going to go bubble and juggle at a pool party in Bend at the Cedar Lodge, I believe is what it's called.
That's in Portland?
That one's in Bend, Oregon. So like just a few hours southeast. It's beautiful out there.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
See giant redwoods.
And then, so it's like a little more arid out there. It's like kind of like a mountain and river country. Mountain river company. Other than that, I'm going to Burning Man this year. Yeah, I'm
guessing that's where everybody goes to set themselves on fire.
Well, we at least purposely set one man on fire every year, guaranteed. Everything else is incidental. But I'll be, I got accepted to a great camp full of like 40 friends, both ones I've like met in passing and know very well, all from the fire and flow community, bunch of fire spinners and jugglers, and we're called the Fire Benders Academy. So we'll be representing the Fire Nation and teaching you how to fire spin for the first time.
I had a joke there and I lost it. You snatched it away from me.
It'll come back around.
Pyromaniacs, that's what it is. Pyromaniacs, and it's safe. Pyromania can be safe.
It can.
Well, you're
Safety
welcome to stay
third.
for the second half of the show. We're going to bring up Vic Burgess in just a second. For the second half of the show, you're welcome to stay if you like. It's up
I'd love
you.
to. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd love to get to know Vic a little bit more, and
Wonderful.
see what he's about.
Yes, he is a singer-songwriter. He's on the Socially Distant Fest, the KMH, and the Cosmos. He's on all these channels, doing his thing. Let's go ahead and bring him on up. Vic Burgess, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Oh, thank you.
You got the fanfare. Is it Burgess or Burgess?
Jess, with Jess.
Jess, like Burgess Meredith.
Exactly like Burgess Meredith.
The penguin.
He was my great uncle.
There you go.
Pleasure to meet you, Vic.
Good to see you. Hey, got his hat on.
I wanted to see the eyebrow thing though. Can we still do that? Are you not going to set your eyebrows on fire?
Oh man,
Oh,
that's for the late
actually,
night show.
that's there so he doesn't set his
You come to
eyebrows
the
on
fire
fire.
festival and we'll try that.
Well, I was excited.
And I've got terrible thunder happening outside my house now. So if you lose me, you guys are gonna have fun without me. And Renee will still be here.
I think we'll figure something out.
What's happening out there?
I got some thunder going on here. Vic, how you been?
Doing pretty good, man.
Good. I gotta ask you right away to tell me about your pumpkins. You are a pumpkin farmer, am I right?
Well, I was a accidental pumpkin farmer.
Okay, what does an accidental pumpkin farmer do?
Well, we live on Main Street in town, so I've been trying to spruce it up a little. We grew up in, and Daddy, he passed away in 2016. He wasn't ever he didn't care about being a townie or nothing. But I told my wife, I said, we'll try to make it look a little, spruce it up a little. So we've been decorating for the fall. So I set out a little fall decorative thing a few years ago, and just like 3 bales of hay, a little scarecrow man, and then a bunch of pumpkins on top of the hay. Well,
so you're more of a pumpkin decorator.
Oh no! Hold please. You'll see.
Okay. Well, yeah, it was something I saw on your Facebook page, and it immediately attracted me. I was like, "Oh, he's a pumpkin farmer too."
Pumpkin farmer. Hold on. So, of course, I just kind of just left the damn pumpkins on the hay, and just let them die and rot. So they rotted. Well, that spring, here come the pumpkins, and I've got a front yard full of pumpkins.
Oh wow!
I ended up having one really nice one. A lot of them died because we had lost a big tree, so we had a lot of shade. But I ended up with one nice little pumpkin. So
you're going to visit from the Great Pumpkin this Halloween.
Yeah,
you got your own pumpkin patch.
I actually froze it because I was gonna use it the following Halloween, but you can't freeze a pumpkin. FYI, you can, but it's not a good idea.
When you thaw it out, it's just a mess.
It's just the insides are just ice, and then when they melt, it's just a mess. Pumpkins are messy anyway.
From squash to squish.
They are messy.
Pumpkin farmer and change that, I guess.
Now, where do you hail from?
I'm in North Georgia, like about 25 miles south of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, okay. All right. And when did you start singing and playing guitar?
Well, like a lot of people, I started just playing with my friends and messing around. Mm-hmm. I probably wrote my first real song in '93. Probably wouldn't say I was really playing guitar though till '94, maybe playing a few cool. I worked at a radio station, and I just sit around bored and writing songs on it, and just kind of went from there,
So you started writing songs before you felt you could actually play the guitar?
Yeah. Wow. Even the first songs I wrote on guitar were just, real crude bar chord songs where they were just the basic notes, almost just like I was writing on a bass guitar, So, yeah.
Well, if I don't ask this question, Renee gets upset. So what is your songwriting process? How do you
usually probably driving down the road and a chorus comes to me. I usually get the chorus first. And usually lately what I've been doing is cheating, and when I have the melody in my head, I'll just sing it into my Guitar Tuner app to give myself an idea of the chorus.
Like that.
But don't take notes while you're driving. That's dangerous.
I'll be doing lately, but I'll either have the first line or a chorus, and then just kind of go from there. I usually have a pretty good idea of the song before I touch the guitar.
And your credit says eighth greatest songwriting. Joe says he has
Well,
high praise for you for how you controlled your kids while you were doing your Drunkle set recently. Right. They kept coming into your set.
I know. Good help's hard to find.
Can you play a song for us?
Sure.
One of your originals, hopefully.
This one's on all the internets, and it was actually a little hit on a radio station in Australia. No lie. Usually when people say no lie, they're lying.
That's no lie.
It's called It's soaking wet from a winter rain. I can still smell your perfume. The look in your eye, the crack in your smile. What's a poor boy to do? You used to sing for me like a bird in a tree, baby. I was caught up in make-believe. You used to sing to me like a bird in a tree, baby. I was caught up in make-believe. You're never gonna be some nation's king. What's a king without his queen? His heart has ghosts and they're lonelier than most. At least a good company. And I thought you'd bloom for me like a flower in the spring, baby. I was caught up in make-believe. I thought you'd bloom for me like a flower in the spring, baby. Was caught up in make-believe. Time goes by and we're looking for a light. Whatever sparks left inside. You knew I loved you, I just never got it right. I couldn't swallow my pride. And I thought I'd bleed for you like a lamb that's been slain, baby. I was caught up in make-believe. I thought I'd bleed for you like a lamb that's been slain, baby. Caught up in make-believe. I thought I'd bleed for you like a lamb that's been slain, baby. It's caught up in make-believe. I thought I'd bleed for you like a lamb that's been slain, baby. Caught up in make-believe. Anyway, I don't write a lot of love songs. Hey, got the bubble seal of approval.
That was beautiful.
Very nice.
Thanks, Vic.
Very nice.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of pretty songs.
And you have a nice lighting setup in your home there for concerts. You know, you got a nice disco thing happening there.
That's
very,
the
very colorful
machine that Santa brought 2 years ago. The kids don't play with.
He won't let you take it down. Well, that's good for us. We get to see it. You have a tendency to like to do long concerts.
Oh yeah, I'll play forever.
Yeah, I'm just amazed at how your voice holds up. You know, doing the long sets.
Well, if you start out mediocre, you know, You start out with a low bar, and you can just keep going forever.
Tell us about Jayhawk 5.
Okay, well, Jayhawk 5, Jayhawk, I do memory of my dad. He passed away at Christmas Eve 2016, pancreatic cancer. But I just want to do something every year in his memory. We raise money the day of the festival for Children's Advocacy Center. We've had a lot of cool people come through. Some people may know I'm very songwriter oriented, so we had David Olney, who was a Towns Van Zandt contemporary, who Towns Van Zandt actually said that he was his favorite songwriter. Of course, Towns passed away in 97, and David only passed away the February after he played Jayhawk. Had Mick Harrison and the High Score guys play. They're going to play this year for the third time. Mick Harrison was in one of my favorite bands from the 90s called the V-Roys. They were proteges of Steve Earle. He had a record label in the late 90s and signed them, and they actually did an EP with him as well.
Sorry.
Wow. Well,
I told you the gods are angry here.
Girl. Florida. Don't worry. Hey, but it's Florida, so if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
But your pops can hear us talking about him up there.
Yeah. And then
the tears are burning.
Jason and the Scorchers. Jason Rickenberg played last year. I wanted to get him this year, but my fundage didn't quite work. And then y'all probably know who John Prine is.
I know Charlie Pride is.
Prine with an N.
Prine. I'm sorry.
Rings a bell.
Yeah, he passed away, but his son's playing this year, and he's an up-and-coming songwriter. So, then we've got all the best songwriters from the region playing. So, should be another cool year. This year, I'm doing a little different. I've always had trouble getting like art vendors and stuff. I focus on the music, but I joined up with this really cool like local market. It's kind of a farmer's market, but it's more of a market. But in Flintstone, which is about 10 minutes from Chattanooga, and they already have all the vendors. So I said, hey, can I just tag along and do the music? And they said, yeah. Then the other half of the day is going to be at the Mad Night Brewery. So it's going to be at the Flintstone Market. It's really cool. We've got a really cool Korean barbecue restaurant there at Flintstone.
Okay, and that's in Georgia or Tennessee?
Yeah. No, right. Well, Flintstone, it's like really north Georgia.
Okay.
And that Korean barbecue restaurant that's the first half of the festival. That's going to be 11 to 5, and then from 5 to 11, we're just going to go down the road in St. Elmo. Y'all heard of Rock City? Rocks, you know where Rock City's at. That's where that's at, St. Elmo.
Okay.
Not Detroit Rock City.
Not Detroit.
Not that one. Nobody wants to go to Detroit. I'm always slamming Detroit on this show. I don't know why, but
whoa, shots fired at Detroit.
It's like the Zucker brother movies, you know. It's like, take you to Detroit.
I spent a long time I got stuck on the interstate Detroit and ate at a White Castle, and that was about it. And then we went to Canada.
It was enough. It was terrible enough to where you remembered it.
They asked us if we had any guns.
Back here.
It was Canadian Mounties, and they said, "You have any guns from Georgia?" And we were like, "Nope." They're like, "Okay." And just let us in.
Speaking of which, you're a real sandwich man. I found when I was digging into your Facebook page.
I agree.
A lot of posts of great looking sandwiches.
Well, yeah, that's true. But a lot of them are Jayhawk sponsors, but I do like a sandwich.
What is your favorite?
My favorite sandwich?
Yes. What is your dream sandwich? What's your dream sandwich?
The best sandwich you can possibly eat is not a BLT. It's just bacon and mayonnaise on white bread. That's what's up.
Interesting. Because you had some really they look pretty elaborate. The sandwiches again. Let's go on here.
Best sandwich had to tell me a bunch of damn bacon on white bread with mayonnaise.
Interesting. Again, sometimes it's the simple pleasures.
Oh yeah. Well, I've always wanted to open.
I should do one of those right now.
Yeah. Because like you always have lettuce and actually, you know what always gets people sick in restaurants is the lettuce.
Really?
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
People
lettuce. So many vegetarians get sick.
Lettuce kills people all the time.
Now I've heard onions. Onions can really. I mean, they attract like the bad. What's the word I'm looking for here? Bacteria. They attract the bad bacteria.
Yeah.
That's why people. That's why onions smell. It's because they attract the bad bacteria. So you got to be careful with onions.
I've heard that you can put onions in your bedroom and stuff, and it'll soak up all the bad stuff. Yeah, don't eat the onion after you do that.
If you're just tuning in, we're talking about dream sandwiches. Get out of my dreams and into my mouth. Back to you.
Isn't that into my car?
Actually,
I hear that song and it's just like, wait a minute. Did he just say get out of my dreams and into my car? What?
Hey, I've heard you can take onion slices and put them in your socks at night and it'll suck all the toxins out of your body.
Truth.
Y'all all want to try that tonight? I'm
going to pass.
Yeah, I'm with you, Vic.
You try. If you do it, I'll do it.
If the slice is right, I'll slide that right in my shoe.
I'm going to pass. I don't want my feet crying. Vic, are you a vinyl fan?
Oh, yeah. Here, look. This room's messy, but I'm over here at my mom's. That's my vinyl and my hi-fi over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of times the performers that we see on SDF and on KMH and Cosmos, they'll be performing at record stores. I mean, real record stores where you can actually buy vinyl. And I guess that just kind of goes together. I mean, it creates a respect, I guess, that you guys like. You just really dig vinyl.
I met you at a record store. That's
right. When we did the KMH Fest last year.
Well, was it
Wuxtree?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it wasn't KMH. It was just Lars Nagel and Tom Cheshire and Diane Marie was there.
Yeah.
And Wuxtree, yeah.
That was
and
cool.
A lot of good vinyl there. There was a lot of good vinyl there.
Iron Maiden record, I think.
Troy Moore spent way too much money, he said, when he was there.
I stuffed the 2 records, and he mailed them to me too, so I wouldn't have to carry them around and get hot. But yeah,
record store day. Who are some of your influences?
Well, ironically, I'm kind of more of a heavy metal guy. Kiss is my favorite band. Kiss, Iron Maiden, Alice Cooper, probably my top 3, I guess.
You're a headbanger. You're a headbanger.
Oh, headbanger from way back. But as far as songwriters go, is probably Townes Van Zant's number 1. Roger Allen Wade, who actually lives here in Chattanooga, big influence on me. I've been getting into Graham Parsons a lot lately. A lot of that kind of more kind of, I guess, almost California kind of Texas kind of stuff. Not so much Nashville, I guess. I do have a few twangy kind of songs, but I'd say the California and Texas songwriters probably more so. Of course, Jim Croce.
Oh yeah,
that was the first song I ever remember hearing was Operator. So my dad was playing on his record player. I still got that record. And we actually had AJ Croce. We had AJ Croce booked for Jayhawk, but his wife passed away. So probably get him again eventually, but he costs a lot more money now. That's why I wanted to go ahead and hit up John Prine's son before he got too expensive for me.
Can you do another song for us, sir?
Sure.
I was wondering if we could keep Bubble Wizard on the screen, Vic and Rory, because he was kind of performing in the background the last time, and I thought it might be kind of cool. What do you guys, if you did an interpretation of the music, Vic, what do you think?
I love it.
All right, let's do it.
I wish Bubble Wizard lived closer because I'd love to have him at Jayhawk, but
one of these days, let's link up.
Yeah. I don't think I could afford to ship you here.
How big's the box?
I don't know. You're pretty small. We could probably find maybe we could do media mail.
Deal.
My dad
talked about it after the show.
Spoke that one time and loved it.
Got a trunk with holes in it. Punch in the side.
Spokane, Bubble Wizard. How
Come
close?
again?
How close are you to Spokane?
I'm about, I think, about 2 hours west. I'm near Seattle.
Oh wow! And see,
Yeah.
I know I'm supposed to play a song, but I've got relatives. I have more Inuit cousins in Alaska than I have country cousins in Alabama. Because
Really?
great grandfather, my namesake, my granddaddy's brother, like basically populated a village out there.
Getting busy.
Anyway, I'm gonna do this. I don't usually do a
On
lot.
that note.
I don't usually do a lot of slow songs or love songs, but I've been doing this one a lot lately. Hello, a Ghost. My buddy Jason Smith helped co-write. What if I've been here before? What if life is just payback for some bad stuff I've done to somebody you used to be? What do we owe a ghost? The man ain't got no hope. People have left him behind. Change the locks, but I can't change my mind. Can a man be born again? Can I have a second chance, or would I just mess up and break your heart again? What do we owe a ghost? The man ain't got no hope, and people have left him behind. Love may fade, you can change your name. Oh, your love may fade, I can't change my mind. That's caught up with me. Johnson City, Tennessee, you can turn on the light, shine it right in my eyes. You can't make me see. What do we owe a ghost? The man ain't got no hope. People have left him behind. Change your name, but I can't change my mind. Did you think it was in my plan? What I had in mind on the day that I threw it all away, threw it back in my face. Yeah, what do we owe a ghost? When a man ain't got no hope, and people have left him behind. Can't she fade and I can't change my mind. Your love may fade, but I can't change my mind. Your love may fade, I can't change my mind. Thank y'all.
All right, so I'm seeing the end credits, so I guess we're going to wrap this up. But thank you guys for coming out. You're going to be at the KMH Festival this week, right,
Yes,
Vic?
that's
So
right.
people can catch you there. Any other places you'll be in the near future?
The next two things, I'm gonna try to get there KMH Fest early to hang out with everybody. I really want to see everybody, so it's gonna be awesome.
All right, and golly gee, Galen, much luck to you in your wizardry, your bubble wizardry. It's amazing. And where can we see you in the near future?
Near future, catch me down in Portland at the Fluffy Stuff Party. That's going to be August 6th, starting at 9 o'clock. And after that, you'll find me in Bend at the Cedar Lodge in Bend, Oregon. And then you'll see me on the fly at Burning Man starting August 28th.
Looking forward to seeing posts on all those events from you guys. Take care. And
I do want to quickly say a number of the fans were asking, golly gee, if you are going to be getting your own show or if a TV show because you're so entertaining. Is that something you're interested in?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've actually really having the space to do some online work has been a beautiful gift for a performer without an audience throughout COVID. So big shout out to Sandy D for Social Distancing Fest. Having places to play and share the art is huge. So I would definitely be interested in doing that one of these days.
All right.
That is awesome.
There you go. You heard it here first.
Yeah, exactly. And Vic, can you talk just real quickly about Sister Network? That's KMH, that's Kimono My House. Can you just give everyone a rundown of what that is?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kimono My House is this awesome networking kind of musician site where everybody gets on there. And it is a scheduled thing. You can schedule your performance, or you can do a pop-up on there. And I've just met so many cool people through that and networked with I've gotten a lot of shows through there actually. I didn't know Renee was from New York for a while after I knew her, and I didn't know Rory was in Florida. So, at first I thought it was just an Atlanta thing, and because my buddy Lars hooked me up with it, and then I met Tom, and so it's a really cool community, a true internet community like I haven't been a part of really ever. So that was one good thing that came out of the pandemic. So y'all should check Kimono House out, and y'all come to BLT Fest at Waller's in the ATL this weekend.
Waller's Coffee House.
Waller's Coffee House.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on, and good luck with all those gigs you got coming up.
Thank you.
So nice to meet you guys.
Great job, guys.
Woo!